Hey everyone, so today I want to talk to you about EastEnders, but not just in general. Because quite recently I feel that something has been going on with EastEnders and I can't work out what it is, but it's not a good thing. Basically it's changing completely and I'm all for the show moving with the times and things, but I think that their priorities are not necessarily where they should be. The main thing is the massive cast change. Now there are over the past year, and within the next few months, there's been so much cast changes and it's just not right. Obviously some of these people have wanted to leave. I think Cara Taunton wanted to leave. I don't know about Ricky Groves. It's Dawn and Gary. Josie Lawrence left. I don't know if that was her own choice or not. Obviously Charlie Clemens left. That was his choice. That's understandable. And Lacey Turner's leaving, and so is Tiana Benjamin. That's their choices. But then coming up, you've got Derek Martin, who plays Charlie. He's leaving. Cliff Parisi, who plays Minty, is leaving. I think Gillian Wright is leaving. And Maddie Duggan and Charlie Jones, Lauren and Ben, they're leaving as well. Now, I don't know if any of those people have their own choices, but if they're just being axed, I think that's strong, because I know you have to recycle characters, bring old ones back, get new ones in, get rid of the old sort of thing, but I think getting rid of so many central characters at one time is not a good thing, because especially if you hate all the new characters coming in. Like these youngsters from the ones that came across from E20, I don't like them. I can't stand them. And I think that's another thing with the show. The priorities aren't good. A couple of months ago, there was sort of information released going around saying that June Brown, who plays Dot, her scenes had been cut back because they can't afford to pay her wages. And that's what I heard. Don't quote me on that, because that's what I was told. And I think that if they can't afford to pay June's wages, but then they're bringing in 6, 7 new characters at a time, it just doesn't add up. And the fact that the characters are younger as well, you know, they're every time they're bringing in more and more young characters. 10 years down the line, it's just going to be a cast of toddlers. Like I said, I don't really like the E20 cast. I don't like E20. I just don't like it. And I think EastEnders is trying to be too much like Hollyoaks. I can't think of one character over the age of 25 that's been brought in recently, apart from older characters who used to be in the show years ago and have came back. They're just getting younger and younger and younger, and it's just ridiculous. And the characters are so much the same as well. They're all, to be stereotypical about the new characters, they're all part of this gangster clan. And I don't know if clan's the right word to use there, but they're all part of this really street thing, and I don't like it. You know, there's no individuality there. There's nothing there to be excited about. And there's no families coming in as well. They're all individual people. Obviously, you don't expect a 16-year-old to have a complete family unless they come in with their parents, but that doesn't generally happen. And it just really, really annoys me so much that they're sort of getting rid of the old characters to make way for new characters who are all the same. And yes, their wages are less, so it's going to cost the show less. But it's not how they should be prioritising. Also, I think a lot of the focus just now is on the Mitchells. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore the Mitchells. I love them completely, of course I do. They're a fantastic family. I loved them even more when Daniela Westbrook or Kim Metcalf was around, but never mind. And I think that recently it's just all been about them in one way or another. A couple of years ago, okay, it would have been about 2003, give or take, there was sort of a lot of moaning going along between the cast apparently, because obviously the Slater family just came in and the Slater family was massive. So they were connected with each and every character in some way. So it was kind of like in every scene there was a member of the Slater family or the whole Slater family. And it's as if the whole show was about them. And I think it's going the same way about the Mitchells. I mean, how long has this Archie Mitchell story been going on? I thought maybe once that had finished, the Mitchells would sort of die down and sort of go to the background a bit. But no. I mean, even when the whole Bradley Browning story, that's another thing. Charlie Clemens, right, he had the most fantastic exit, you know, live episode, fell from the Queen Vic, fantastic. Tragic, but fantastic. And you'd think there'd be so much about Bradley over the next few weeks. But he barely got a mention. It was still about the Mitchells, it was still about Archie, it was still about all this. Granted, he fell off the building effectively because of Archie, but there was more about who was getting the money for the Vic than there was grieving, you know, and it's just wrong. So like I said, there's a lot about the Mitchells just now, you know, this whole Ronnie Jack thing. There's a lot of focus on Roxy. Sorry. And there's just so much about them, and I'd like them, and obviously this whole Ben and Phil thing as well, and little Louise and things. Obviously Lisa's coming back. I think it's Lucy Benjamin, which I'll be over the moon about, because I absolutely adore Lizzie Benjamin, completely, always have. So that'll be great to see her back. Also Kat and Alfie, Shane and Jessie are coming back. Well, that should be Jessie and Shane are coming back. Autumn time, I think, which is great to see some old characters back. But I'd like to bring in some new middle-aged characters or new old characters, you know. I mean, Tania left. I think it's Joe's fault. As soon as Tania left, everything started to go downhill. Obviously, Tania left Max last year because Joe went to have her twins. Now Joe is coming back. People keep asking me when she's coming back, and it's quite weird that people are asking me. But Joe is coming back. She's just filmed a one-off episode or a couple of episodes in one, and that'll be airing within the next 6 weeks. But then she's coming back end of summer. She starts filming again end of summer, so she'll be back August, September time, which is great. But obviously, like I said, Maddie Duggan, who plays Lauren Branning, is leaving. So I can't think of a scenario where Lauren is sent off of the show, but we still have Max and Tania. I don't know how that's going to work. So that'll be really interesting to find out. But apart from that, I think that's all I want to say just now, because I'm running the risk of sounding like I hate the show. Don't get me wrong, I love EastEnders, you know. I just think it's starting to have its faults. I used to be completely obsessed with EastEnders. Every thought I had was ruled by EastEnders. Kind of like my Sabrina obsession, but on a slightly lower scale. I think what the show needs just now is Tish Dean. That's my pledge. Get Tish Dean back. That'd make the show perfect. Tish Dean, Tracy Ann Oberman, Kim Metcalf, and if possible, bring back Nedja Harmon. Obviously, Dennis died, but they brought Den back. I'm pretty sure EastEnders can do anything. Although given its current state, I'm not sure. But yes, so they need to sort some things out. I can't pinpoint the biggest problem. I do think it's the fact that the cast are getting younger. They're sending off characters that we love and leaving us with nobody that's sort of been there for a while. I think the day EastEnders will come to an end is the day Adam Woodyat leaves. If they ever write off Adam Woodyat, I swear I think that'll be the end of EastEnders for me, because it's just wrong. I mean, if Adam leaves, fine. If Adam wants to leave, that's good. But Adam Woodyat, if you ever see this, don't leave. But if he leaves, if Ian Beale is written off the show because of the crew, if they say, right, we want him gone, if the scriptwriters sort of write him out without Adam's say, then I just think it's not right. But yes, so I'm going to go now because I am running the risk of sounding like I hate the show, and I don't, I promise you. But feel free to leave comments and video responses and things. I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know if you feel the same. Whenever I sort of tell anybody that I'm feeling the show is a bit rough, they're sort of like, oh no, it's not, it's really great, and it's not, it's really not. It's good, but it's not perfect. So feel free to leave comments and things if you agree. And if you don't agree, leave comments, of course. That's all I want to say on this, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye, guys.